everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Grab your coffee. Maybe a snack or two. Let's get into it, I said. So, you're never going to believe this, but maybe you will. Because I've talked about it I don't know how many times. Right on? The Federal Reserve, those guys, yeah. They've taken a major step. They have in the direction of facilitating an ESG compliant monetary network that effectively acts as a parallel system to that of the CCP's infamous social credit scoring system. I told you guys, I told you guys that this would be coming here, and mud on me. Here we go. Okay. So this is what they had to say in the statement. 6 of the nation's largest banks will participate in a climate. I've had too much coffee. In a pilot climate scenario analysis exercise designed to enhance the ability of supervisors and firms to measure and manage climate-related financial risks. Scenario and analysis, in which the resilience of financial institutions is assessed under different hypothetical climate scenarios, in an emerging tool to assess climate-related financial risks, and there will be no capital or supervisory implications from the pilot. So in other words, the Fed, they're working with the big banks to monitor their ability to comply with the ruling class preferred enviro-statistic technocratic tyranny. And the unaccountable people behind the American money printing claim, that this exercise is exploratory in nature and does not have capital consequences. BS. All right. That statement adds that the scenario analysis can assist firms and supervisors in understanding how climate-related financial risks may manifest and differ from historical experience. Well, what does this all mean? All right, well, I'm going to tell you, okay? Because even though we've talked about this, a lot in the past, if you're new here and you don't quite understand what social credit score is, the Federal Reserve, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, here it is. So the Fed, they're clearly leaning into the climate hoax narrative, okay? Or the pseudo-scientific idea that humans, us, are catastrophically impacting the climate, but not because they somehow care about the environment. No. The climate narrative is the chief rhetorical facilitator for the ESG movement, whatever. Now, the ESG acts as a Trojan horse, if you will, okay, for the continuing centralization of the American financial system, and the ESG finance popularized by the hyper-political asset management behemoths like BlackRock, Vanguard, those guys, that acts to prevent outsiders from challenging the regime-connected insiders on Wall Street and in Washington, because they don't like to be challenged. Now, they don't like when other people come in and say, mine is bigger than yours. Like that, okay? And under the guise of acting to manifest a healthier planet. And in other words, pro-ESG institutions are committed to attacking the free market principles by means of deception. Because they're liars. Yeah. So that's what they're good at, And preferring to the CCP style stakeholder capitalism that allows for small group of technocratic elites to make broad determinations about society, because they're the ones that, they make the calls. Yeah, they make the calls, and they're the ones that are good judgment on other people. Yeah. God. But unsurprisingly, the legacy media has thus far cheered the Fed's plan. Yay! Yeah, with the New York Times reporting that it often lagged behind its global peers when it comes to talking about and coming up with plans for policing, listen to me, I made a new word, risks related to climate change. And the ESG green transition, frequently popularized by powerful world governments, WEF, and the Davos elite, WEF, right, has served as the main vehicle for this movement. And akin to the Chinese social credit score, okay, which is used to coerce businesses and by extension individuals into specific actions, ESG rules force individuals and businesses in America to deploy capital through the gatekeepers of the system. And the Federal Reserve statement continues like this: by considering a range of possible future climate pathways and associated economic and financial developments, scenario analysis can assist firms and supervisors in understanding how climate-related financial risks may manifest and differ from historical experience. Now, the banks that are involved in this hoopla, right, is, of course, BOFA, or Bank of America, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs. Yeah, I know Trish is going to go with that because she used to work for Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, Morgan Stanley, and Wells Fargo. They hold my mortgage. But of course, this is just a scenario until it's not, And then the Fed pilot program is set to launch, guess what? Guess when? Guess when? 2023. Yeah. So hang on to your trousers, kids. Yeah, because it's about to get real. All right, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one, all right? You stay safe. Stay sane. If anything, stay sane. Because you know what? One more marble just fell out my ear, okay? So stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.